I paused here because I messed up on my colours.
Slapchop, what is it? Well, in this video, we're going to be going over basically what slapchop is. And I know you probably even heard of it before, unless you've been living under a rock or you're new to the hobby. And I'm going to tell you how you can mess it up, essentially. And you're probably thinking, what? Why would I watch a video on how to mess something up? I want to learn how to not mess something up. Well, in order to learn how to do something right, we need to do something wrong first and learn by those mistakes. So Rob from The Honest Wargamer wanted to encourage people to get their stuff painted instead of having hordes of grey plastic or, half painted stuff on the table. And there is this nice simple technique which has been rebranded as slapchop. It was done as a joke, but it's become a memeable thing. Now, there's lots of people giving it praise and a lot of people giving it heat, mostly because it is an old technique where you just dry brush your tones, which is, your blacks, greys and whites, onto the miniature to get a centerfold style highlight on it, and then put glazes, or as we now have contrast and speed paints, you put those on. And even though those paints are designed to do a lot of the shading and highlighting for you, doing the tonal dry brushing helps to accentuate and blend it a lot more. And then you can add a bit more on top if you want, but essentially it'll get the miniatures painted quickly so they're tabletop ready, and then you can improve on them later. So that's all that jargon out the way. Why not go on and explain how you messed it up, Kev? Well, pretty easily. Now, typically what you do is you start from a dark or medium grey and then dry brush to a higher tone. Or you can start from black and then dry brush up from there. I thought, why not try and use aerosol cans to do that?
By the way, shout out to ColourForge who did send them out to me. They are my favourite, and there is an affiliate link in the description below if you wish to get yourself some. Chill.
Now, you could possibly get away with it with a airbrush. If you were careful, you sprayed from a distance enough, but that's a lot of faff and a lot of risk for essentially a small reward. And the whole point of this is that it's a quick method, and cleaning and prepping a airbrush just doesn't accomplish that. It takes up a lot of time. Hop on to those contrast paints. Now, you want to do what I didn't do, which is plan what colors you're going to use and make sure they're the right ones. I accidentally picked up the wrong paint, thinking it was another paint, and because of that I got a slightly different result. Also, while painting, you don't want to apply more than one coat of this stuff, because then you're just shoving heavy pigment over more heavy pigment. And the original blue looks pretty nice. I did mix in a little bit of medium into it to thin it out a little, but I've just made it too dark. So the wings look like cheese, like really bad cheese. The skin is way too dark on it, and not enough variation in the tones. I want to say massive thank you to all those beautiful people that do put their money where their mouth is and support a little corner of the community, and I've got nothing but love for it. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Also got a Patreon now, believe it or not. So basically what I want to convey is just take your time, but make sure that you follow the steps of prime. Just the one color. Dry brush your highlights onto it. Apply only one good coat of those colors that you want from your glazes, speed paints or contrasts, and then done. Base it, you're good to go. Now, there's a bit of a joke though. The base actually looks like the best bit of the miniature, just because I went a little over on it. But loads of little different colors, smudged everywhere, dry brush over with the gray, and then heavy shade of non-oil, done the job. And well, at least it's one less unpainted miniature, so that's something, I guess. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Your preferred techniques, what you think of slapchop, and also hop over to our Discord where you can show off what you've done. It's absolutely free to join. Like, share, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff is free to do as well, but it helps the channel out. And yeah, we've got all our fancy links in the description below.
Just remember, it's the doing that matters. I'll leave you to it. So big love, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Chill.